Good morning and welcome to another episode. I'm Kati, and if you're watching this, you'll notice like the light is like really beautiful this morning. Let's take a deep breath and release. Beautiful. One more. Wherever you are, I invite you to be present in this conversation today, where we're going to be talking about the masculine and the feminine energetics. Beautiful. All right. So let's dive right in. Masculine and feminine energetics. This is something that I feel like in our society, we don't really value it. We don't really understand it, in a way where we can heal and we can actually understand on a deep energetic level what it means to heal both the masculine and the feminine within us. So we both have masculine and feminine energetics within every single human. This isn't about gender, number one. Let's get that out there. This is about finding the balance between how we take action and flow. And some women are more masculine, some women are more feminine, right? Tendencies. And so when we nurture this and really find that balance within, it's a beautiful experience. Doesn't mean, let's say, if you are more a masculine woman, doesn't mean there's any shame around that, but just notice when you need to relax. Notice when you need to be more in a flow state, right? Personal story, I feel like it's been really ingrained in our society for women and men to be in a more masculine world, right? Like it's normal. It's absolutely normal in our society, the way it's structured for women to live in a man's world, basically get stuff done. But the thing is like with women, we are naturally biologically different. Like we need to rest. We need to be a little bit slower. We are so intuitive. We are so connected to the divine that we need to rest more and create from that space of flow. Versus men biologically can just go structure wise. Not saying they can't. This is just very general, right? Some men do need to rest as well and flow more. But yeah, this is very generally speaking, okay? So then, personal story, like I was very much my masculine the first 27 years of my life. I worked on my business, woke up this specific time, got stuff done, and then went to bed, rinse and repeat. And I found myself literally burnt out because I felt like so disconnected from my emotional state and my emotional body. And I didn't realize how long I was disconnected from it and almost numb, where it was just like, where's that connection? The feminine is connection, right? The feminine is flow. The feminine is, I could probably get into that a little bit more, but I should have got that in the beginning. But the feminine is the flow state. The feminine is it's the intuition, it's the channeled messages, right? Versus the masculine is structure. It's here's how it's going to happen. Here's what's going down. Here is it's the CEO, right? It's the briefcases, it's the computer, it's the spreadsheets, right? And so when this is imbalanced, when the masculine's imbalanced, you have the feminine that's like, oh, I'm just flowing all the time, where it's like beautiful intuition, guidance, but then there's no like okay, here's the like, where's the structure? Like, oh, one minute we're doing this, and the other, like, another minute we're doing that, and then it's just like, it can be beautiful, and also, where's that container for it to flow through, right? For example, like this podcast, I have this intuitive idea to do it, and then the math, which is the feminine, right? And the masculine is the podcast. It's taking a video. It's putting it through Spotify, right? And so that's just a general idea of the masculine and the feminine, right? Then we have wounded. Then we have what it's called, like the wounded masculine, the wounded feminine. The wounded masculine is this toxic masculinity, right? That we hear. It's like this, like it's the macho man that like can't really get in touch with his emotions, right? Which is the feminine. Emotions are the feminine, right? Like it's the macho man that it's like, like I can't. It's the sunglasses and like in the photos of like, there's no way you can get through me. It's the bad guy that like you kind of are like turned on by, but you're a little too scared of, right? Like you're turned on by the macho man because you're like, oh, he's a bad boy, but then you actually need protection from him because he's dangerous, right? That's the wounded masculine, right? And that's an extreme version, but like to break that down, it's like, it's too extreme in these boundaries. It's too extreme in the structure. It's rigid to where there is no flow state, right? There is no, where's that fluidity of life that's so beautiful, right? And when we are present, when we are noticing what's around us, right? That's the feminine. And then the opposite, the wounded feminine is so flow state. There's no boundaries. It's like, oh, anything happens, a softness. It's like the wounded feminine is like so soft to where it's like, where's the structure? Like it's like being walked over on and then they blow up, right? It's like, that's the wounded feminine, right? And so when we notice that, we notice we are human beings evolving, we're growing, right? And so when we notice where we are at on our journey of what it means to like have both energies, and notice where is our dominant energy and where we can grow more and evolve more. I have some female friends that are really, really much more in their masculine, and I'm definitely like, the last 5 years I've been way more in my feminine energy, which I love, but learning to lean on those structures of the masculine, those containers, right? And for different female friends that are so much in their masculine, let's get things done. Let's like, I got my to-do list, we're going, bam, bam, bam. And then it's like, where's the heart? Where's the flow? Where's that softness to tap into? And so I typically will invite my friends into that softness, right? I love painting. I love art too, as well. Like the feminine is creative. And so like having that structure, it's not just like painting and doing artsy things. It could be anything, but just making sure you have those funnels. So yeah. And so what does it mean to heal this relationship between the masculine and the feminine? Well, take this podcast episode, notice where you are imbalanced or balanced in the masculine and the feminine. Where are you needing more structure in your life, and where are you needing the flow state? Here's another thing. When we work with the masculine and the feminine, it's really beautiful to tap into our feminine first. Let's say we want to create something. Let's say we have an idea, a business idea, a goal, a dream. That is the feminine, right? That is the feminine online. We're like, wow, what if we did this? Wow, what if I recorded a podcast episode about masculine and feminine? And we're in that flow state, right? And then we take action on the masculine. So it's important for us to like tap into our feminine before we go into our masculine energy. and then we work with both, right? It's that fluidity and in the heart of the feminine. I keep saying last thing, but a couple more things I wanted to share. The thing is, it's really, really powerful. What's happening in our society right now is we're noticing, we're, as humans, we're evolving, right? The feminine is becoming so powerful. Women are making more money than we ever have in our lives. Women are just taking charge more than ever in our lives because we're healing, right? We're like, wow, look at all these gifts that we have. And also, it's important for women to also continue to descend into our bodies, and because that's super healing. And also, like, it's so important for women to descend in our bodies because that is where the truth lies, instead of just like, we are not men, and so we're just biologically different. And so we're women. When I feel like when we really rise into our bodies, not rise, but when we are like in our power, we descend into our bodies. Not saying you have to be this like fancy, like, oh, you can be whoever you want, but there's so much power in our bodies. This is for anyone, but specifically for women, that we are just so in tune. We have so much power, and so it's so important for us to really descend into our bodies and create from that space, versus like the mind, where it's like fully just like nonstop go 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 go, because then we burn out, and then that creates illness, right, long term. So it's really important for us to nurture our bodies in all the ways. This is for everyone, but this is for women specifically, that we're so in tune, and we just naturally are. We're just powerful women. For the men, I'm noticing we have more and more men that are tapping into their heart space, right? So we have like, there's some stereotypes that I think they're really beautiful, and witnessing is like, we have like the good man, the good guy that's like, he's so kind, he's loyal, he's committed, and also he doesn't have any boundaries, or he's a little too people pleasing, or he's just so kind where it's like he doesn't have, like, he's not firm, right? Or we have the bad guy that's like so like hot or whatever, and like, but he's not tapped into his heart. He's not emotionally available, basically. And so how can then there's like the integrated man, the conscious man, that it's like we have the heart, like he's heart centered. He can be emotionally available, super soft, but he won't fuck with you, basically. He won't let you fuck with him. Sorry. But yeah, he won't allow you to walk over him. And he's firm, but he's still in his heart, but he has his boundaries. And so noticing more and more men coming alive to their heart, coming alive to their boundaries. And so that is really, really beautiful, because I'm here for it. Like, it's beautiful to see our evolution in how we are healing more and connected to our hearts more and our bodies, and for men to really be able to grow and expand and be tapped in our hearts. And that's like men's work, where men like gather around together and talk about their crap and be there and supporting one another and tapping into their hearts and their bodies, how they want to show up better in their lives, right? And having that accountability. It's so beautiful, and it's so wonderful that exists for men. And for women as well, to come together and to nurture each other and just to hold each other and have a safe space for women to just like relax, breathe, and just be themselves in the heart, right? So yeah, we're wrapping it up now. So we talked about a lot. And I think it's really beautiful to tap into these energies. Where are we really strong and like really confident in, and where is our places in our lives that we're like, you know what, I could grow in this area a little bit more, or I need to heal and tap more into this part of myself, because you know, it can get a little messy. All right, my loves. Well, thank you for tuning in. All my links about any of my offerings are in the bio. And I love you all so much. And thank you for being with me and tuning in on this journey. Mwah! I love you.